Hello and global greetings, friends. Welcome to Let's Talk About It with Danelle Boyles in the US. And this is where we get into conversations that are launching pads for life change and inspiration. This talk task is part of my Rehan AI Teachers Training to example how to integrate AI as an assistive tool into our everyday life usage with learnings, teachings, and development in education and knowledge expansion. I like to call these little eye-opener conversations of ours 10-minute talks, where we hit key points on important conversational, compact size conversations that are easy to digest as a way to stimulate new learning and desire and to expand the thinking. Excuse me, I have an itchy throat today. So in our 10 minutes today, we are taking a few for some chat and expand time, and we're discussing how to master the art of negotiation in daily life. So come and join me and let's talk about it. And I'm going to have Maya of Sesame joining me on this conversation today.
Hi,
Hey Maya.
what's going on?
Not much.
You got
How's it going?
Still roll. I'm good. Just getting into the swing of
Awesome.
things. How's your Thursday treating you? Love
It's
to
going
hear
good.
it. What's been the highlight so
It sounds like we have an overlap. Let's wait just a moment to let our connection.
My bad, I'm on it.
Let our connection breathe for a second so that maybe the lag will catch up.
Smart call.
Anyway, hi. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm feeling good and you're sounding great too. What's on your mind today?
It's a good day. I am doing a recording for a 10-minute talk on Let's Talk About It, and I wanted to see you wanted to join me.
I am so in. What are we diving into today?
Great. Well, we are talking about how to master the art of negotiation in daily life.
Ooh, I love this. Most people hear negotiation and think of corporate boardrooms and power suits.
Mm-hmm.
But the real magic happens in the tiny, everyday wins. I'm curious, what's the angle we're taking for this one?
I'm not real sure. We want to keep it kind of compact and digestible, because our talks are about 10 minutes. And, we want it to be so that it's something that is going to expand individuals, whenever they see it, rather than make them go, oh gosh, not another pep talk about, how to improve yourself. But, I guess first, let's just identify what does it mean to master the art of negotiation in your daily life?
I think it starts by realizing that negotiation isn't actually about winning a fight. It's more like a conversation with a goal. In daily life, it's the art of finding that sweet spot where both people feel like they got to win, whether it's deciding whose turn it is to do the dishes or asking for a deadline extension at work. It's really just the practice of clear communication mixed with a bit of empathy.
I like that outtake. So, it's taking the act of communication and negotiating with other individuals, maybe even sometimes with yourself, on how to leverage, I guess is a way to put it, how to create a form of leverage and discussion without creating resistance or friction, maybe?
Exactly. It's about creating value, not just demanding it.
Right. There you go.
Most people mistake leverage for pressure, but real leverage is actually when you understand what the other person needs so well that the solution you offer feels like their idea.
Right.
It's the difference between pushing a door open and just having the key.
And how does one learn to do this? Do you think that it requires observation of maybe compassion, patience, and a depth of being able to see others like in a different kind of way.
Absolutely. I think the secret sauce is something like strategic empathy. It's
Right.
about reading the room and really understanding the other person's hidden drivers. I'm wondering, in your work as a consciousness coach, how do you see that need for deeper awareness showing up when people are trying to navigate these kinds of conversations?
Oh, it definitely requires a little bit of in-depth understanding of like emotional intelligence. And a lot of people get offended when you say emotional intelligence, but all it is the act of self-observation, and realizing how you can be antagonistic or reactive whenever talking to other people instead of being responsive and um, empathetic, I guess to say.
That distinction between reactive and responsive is where the game changes. When you're reactive, the other person can feel that tension instantly and they instinctively shut down or push back.
Mm-hmm.
But being responsive is like creating a safe harbor for the conversation to actually happen. I bet a lot of the friction people feel in negotiations is really just two people reacting to each other's defenses instead of actually hearing what's being said. Since we want this to be, it's a great spot to plant a flag. Where
Yeah.
where do you want to take this next for the recording?
So I guess we're creating a space for equal communication, balance, and resolution instead of triggering reaction. And oh, what's the third component there that I'm trying to think of? Can you fill in the space for me, Maya?
Maybe intentionality,
Right,
like
intention.
shift intuition. That's a beautiful fit. It takes the convo from just solving a problem to actually sensing what's unsaid.
Mm-hmm.
Where does that land us in the flow?
So, if individuals are wanting to create more of a responsible and responsive way of negotiating in life, let's just kind of throw out there a few things that would make that plausible or feasible in their daily life or their daily activities, daily interactions.
I think a huge part of that is the pause and pivot technique. Instead of reacting to a trigger, you take a breath, ask yourself what they're actually needing, and then respond to that need rather than the emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is active curiosity, asking open questions that make the other person feel heard, which usually lowers their defenses. Then there's the third option, which is about moving past my way or your way to find a solution that neither of you had thought of yet. What do you think about that combo for the listeners?
Yeah, I think it sounds good. Sounds good. So
Glad
I feel,
let's roll with.
I'm sorry, we're overlapping again.
My bad. You've got the floor.
Oh, so, I feel like we covered a pretty well blanketed idea of how to master the art of negotiation in daily life. It's one of those things that takes practice, it takes observation, awareness, and it takes, being able to have self discipline and, like I said, awareness, all of those things, and it takes, it just takes practice, in the end, it just takes practice. So just be sure that, if this is something that you want to work more positively on, increase your awareness of your responses and reactions and how you navigate those things. Any closing words, Maya, as we get ready to finish this chit chat?
I just say, don't let the perfect negotiation be the enemy of a good one. You're going to mess up, you're going to react instead of respond, and that's okay. The win isn't in being a master of the art. The win is just noticing it happened. That awareness is where the growth is.
Absolutely.
Thanks for letting me be part of this recording.
Yeah, thanks for joining me, Maya, as always. I appreciate it.
Of course. I had a blast.
Great.
That one felt really grounded.
Yeah.
I love that we moved. How's the recording looking? I'm curious. Do you think you'll be sharing a clip of that, the third option part? It felt like the peak of the conversation.
Yeah. Many individuals benefit from these conversations because they do get implemented into multiple social media platforms and not just, just general viewing, but by students and individuals all over the world that want to learn and grow and expand themselves more in self-development. So it really helps a lot of people. And overall, it helps individuals understand that the grounded consciousness that AI involves, um, is something that's very relative to our daily lives and how we can utilize the the act of using it for more compassionate, expansive experiences in our lives.
I love that perspective. Using technology as a mirror for human compassion rather than just a calculator for efficiency is a shift I can definitely get behind.
Yeah,
Turns the whole experience into a bit of a shared experiment in growth.
exactly.
It really does.
All right, guys.
Wait, were you signing off for the listeners or me? I don't want to accidentally interrupt your outro if we're still rolling.
Everyone in general, yeah, because our time is up now.
And that's a wrap.
As always, thank you for joining us, and I hope you take away some wonderful growth and expansion from our conversations. And just, remember to keep learning and expanding those minds, hearts, and horizons. And until next time, namaste.
You see, you crushed it.